Good day, everyone. My name is Pete Jacobus, and I'm an editor with Healthcare Innovation. Today, we are at ViVE, and it's my pleasure to be speaking with Weston Blakeslee, who is Vice President of Clinical Intelligence at Dr. First. Weston, it's great to see you.
Great to be here.
The specialty medications now represent 3 out of 4 drugs under development, yet they come with unique barriers to access. What are the most common bottlenecks you see in specialty drug prescribing, and what needs to happen to remove barriers such as prior authorization delays and affordability concerns so patients start on therapy quickly?
So I'm not surprised that the industry has gone this route when it comes to specialty medications. But as you mentioned, there are a lot of barriers to this. So oftentimes specialty medications are not orally available, which means there can be compliance issues for patients that are afraid of needles, because the vast majority of these medications are subcutaneous injections or intramuscular injections. Not only are there challenges in the actual delivery of that medication, the access of that medication also changes, right? Because there's many different prior authorizations, step therapies involved that need to be overcome to get patients on these specialty medications. So really, for us as a technology company, we're trying to solve a bunch of those access issues before they even reach the pharmacy, right when a doctor is prescribing their medication. So making sure that that specialty medication is for the correct condition. First and foremost, they want to make sure that that medication is treating the right condition, right? Next is that dose appropriate for that particular patient. There are a lot of different issues with weight-based dosing, or if they're on multiple different medications, making sure that the new specialty medication doesn't contraindicate what they're already taking, right? And then also making sure that the prior authorizations are lifted. So making it easier for providers to, what used to be an incredibly painful process in lifting these prior authorizations, making it easier for them, so then it becomes easier for the patient as well. So really where we're trying to focus all of our efforts is making it easier up front, so all those downstream effects are not as burdensome.
Very important. So once a prescription is written, patients often leave the doctor's visit with questions about side effects, confusion about costs, or simply forgetting key details their provider mentioned. How can healthcare providers help patients follow through with their treatment plans?
So we actually targeted this very problem with a study that we just published in PLOS Digital Health, where we looked at specifically congestive heart failure patients because they have a lot of issues with compliance and making sure they remember to take their medications. So if we are able to text these patients 5 minutes after they leave their doctor's office, what sort of downstream effects does that have? And what we were able to find is that 19% of the whole patient population increased their fill rates for, their particular medications. We also saw a 6% decrease in readmissions for these patient populations. So by adopting digital solutions that can scale very, very widely to a pretty much ubiquitous technology like your smartphone, right? Mm-hmm. Making sure that the patient can access whatever technology you have, but it also links back to the healthcare provider to make their lives a lot easier is really where we're focusing a lot of our efforts.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It was great speaking to you, Weston.
Likewise.
And thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.